Jesus was baptized by John the Baptist for the fulfillment of the original gospel of atonement for all our sins.
The following text is excerpted from Have You Truly Been Born Again of Water and the Spirit? The first book among many sermon books by Pastor Paul C. Jong, a servant of God at the New Life Mission. You can visit the New Life Mission website to freely download numerous books by Pastor Paul C. Jong in multiple languages as ebooks, audiobooks, and bilingual books.
Christian Sermons 13. Why was Jesus baptized? Now it is written in Matthew chapter 3, Then Jesus came from Galilee to John at the Jordan to be baptized by him. And John tried to prevent him, saying, I need to be baptized by you, and are you coming to me? But Jesus answered and said to him, Permit it to be so now, for thus it is fitting for us to fulfill all righteousness. Matthew chapter 3, verses 13 to 15. We have to know and understand why Jesus was baptized when he was 30. He was baptized to atone for the sins of all people and to fulfill all the righteousness of God. To save all people from their sins, Jesus Christ, the one without blemish, was baptized himself by John the Baptist. Thus, he took away the sins of the world and offered himself up to atone for the sins of all human beings. In order to be saved from sin, we should all know the truth and believe in the truth. It is up to us to believe in his salvation and be saved. What does the baptism of Jesus mean? It is the same as the laying on of hands in the Old Testament. In the Old Testament, the sins of all people were passed on to the head of the sin offering by the laying on of hands. Similarly, in the New Testament, Jesus took away all the sins of the world by presenting himself as the sin offering and being baptized by John the Baptist. John the Baptist was the greatest man among all humans, the representative of mankind ordained by God. As the representative of mankind, the high priest of all, he laid his hands on Jesus and passed all the sins of the world on to him. Baptism means to pass on to be buried, and to be washed. Do you know why Jesus came to this world and was baptized by John the Baptist? Do you believe in Jesus, knowing the meaning of Jesus' baptism? The baptism of Jesus was to take away all our sins, the sins that we, the brood of evildoers, commit with our flesh throughout our lives. Jesus was baptized by John the Baptist for the fulfillment of the original gospel of atonement for all our sins. In Matthew chapter 3, verses 13 to 17, it is written, Then, and it means the time Jesus was baptized, the time all the sins of the world were passed on to him. Then Jesus took away all the sins of humankind, died at the cross after 3 years, and was resurrected after 3 days. To wash away all the sins of the world, he was baptized once and for all, died on the cross once and for all, and was resurrected from the dead once and for all. For all those who want to be redeemed of their sins before God, he saved all of them once and for all. Why did Jesus have to be baptized? Why did he have to put on a crown of thorns and be judged at the court of Pilate like a common criminal? Why did he have to be crucified on the cross and bleed to death? The reason for all the above is because he took away all the sins of the world, the sins of you and me, onto himself through his baptism. And for our sins he had to die on the cross. We have to believe in the word of salvation that God has saved us and be grateful to him. Without the baptism of Jesus, his cross, and his resurrection, there would be no salvation for us.
Do you believe in the truth of the remission of sins through the baptism that Jesus received, which bore all the sins of the world once and for all? And have you been born again as a righteous person without sin by believing that he took all the sins of the world upon himself and eliminated all our sins by being judged and shedding his blood on the cross in our place? We invite you to visit the New Life Mission website to freely download and listen to Have You Truly Been Born Again of Water and the Spirit? The first sermon book among many by Pastor Paul C. Young, a servant of God at the New Life Mission. Through this gospel of truth, we hope that you too will meet the Lord as a righteous person without sin.